It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it's showtime. What's happening, everybody? The Geno Jones Show. Bam! So I'm coming to you live. If you're watching me right now, live on my YouTube channel, thank you. Thank you very much. My normal days and start time, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, if you're out on the West Coast. Where now, Chris Paul is with the Golden State Warriors? Huh? Let me just click a button here. Yeah, Jordan Poole is now in the DMV, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, with the, what is it? Not the Wizards. Is it the Wizards? The pro basketball team in Washington, D.C. Anyway, please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. You, and especially you, subscribe, share, screen grab, like, and binge watch all my back episodes that you can see and find right here. The Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Copy and paste the link, screen grab it, send it to it. As Nelly would say, everybody. Did y'all see Nelly Monday with Chloe? But I hear Nelly and Ashanti, they didn't like hook. They didn't hook back up. So I digress. Let me start off. If you are a Nia Long fan, I got some good news. No, she's not getting back with Ime Udoka. Would that be good news? Probably not. Nia Long is writing her autobiography, or as some like to call them, memoirs. So she said you could find truth and transparency in this book that she's got coming out. We don't know exactly when it's going to be published, when it's going to be out. It's going to be sprinkled with 90s nostalgia. And man, the 90s and the 2000s, Nia Long from back in the 90s when she was on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And then, of course, from one of my favorite movies, shot in Chicago, my birthplace. For all the steppers, shout out to all the steppers, shout out to the Majestic Gents. So, you know, you got to see the real Chicago stepping. Because I know some of y'all done remixed it and hybrided it and everything else. But the real steppers, they had the real Chicago steppers in Love Jones. So Nia Long and my man Lawrence Tate was in there. And then, of course, Boys in the Hood. She was in Friday. And all the entire Best Man franchise, all of them. So she's one of my favorite actresses. Just good people, just real good people. So I'm looking forward to seeing, reading her book, her memoir. All right. Happy birthday! Celebrating her birthday today, June 22nd. Porsha Williams from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was on Dish Nation, D-I-S-H. Dish Nation, and then of course the Celebrity Apprentice. At one time she was married to former NFL baller Cordell Stewart / back in the day when he played with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then he went to the Chicago Bears. And anyway, I digress. Miss Porsha, who had a baby, a little girl, a couple years ago, right? Porsha Williams is 42, and brother Donald Faison. So he was Loretta Devine's son in Waiting to Exhale. He was also in Remember the Titans. He was in the movie Next Day Air, and a TV show he was Dr. Turk in Scrubs. So for everybody, or since I mentioned Nelly's name earlier, as Nelly would say, everybody celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday. And tonight, the NBA, the National Basketball, some people say that N stands for something else. Don't you dare. We don't do that on my. So the NBA draft is tonight. So there's this big kid, 7'5", a kid from France, Victor Wembanyama. So it's Victor Wembanyama. 7'5", shoot three a little bit there. He got some decent little handles. That means he can dribble the ball. But he is he is about as thick as a toothpick. So we'll see. But there's some other really talented brothers in the draft. My Lakers, they have the 17th pick, and Chris Paul, Well, I heard wanted to play with his boy LeBron, but he got traded from Phoenix to Washington, and Washington got his ass out of there and traded him to Golden State. So that's going to be interesting. Man, Chris Paul with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, and I guess Draymond, I guess it's crazy. It's just going back to the, woo! Shout out to the NBA referees. Because if Draymond Green goes back to Golden State and they got Draymond and Chris Paul, man, y'all ears, man, referees' ears are going to be on fire. Y'all better get some earplugs. Because you know Draymond is constantly cussing out the referees. And Chris Paul is about as bad, if not worse, than Draymond. So it's going to be constant. Y'all might as well just get your little playlist and put your earbuds in when y'all play, when you have to referee a Golden State Warrior game. Because it's going to be some chatter. It's going to be some lip. It's going to be some tease, too, because if I was a referee, you run up on me cussing. T! I'd like double T your ass and throw you right out the game. Get your ass out of here. You better put some respect on this referee's uniform. I digress. So I'm excited. You know, I got a feature on my show where I call a Future Stars. And my guest is a future star. And from everybody I talk to, people I know, people who I know talent, they say she's already a star. She's been performing since she was 4 years old. And she's been influenced by the music of folks like Etta James, Brenda Lee, Nancy Wilson, and Aretha Franklin. Really, I'm like, she too young to be influenced. But see, she probably had some folks. She probably had some parents like my mom that was playing all them 45s and them albums. So her new music is a blend of old school sensuality, R&B, jazz, and pop. So without any further delay, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring this lovely and talented, there she is, got the little Keisha Cole kind of vibe looking there. I'm sure that you probably heard that before, and that's a compliment because Keisha is a beautiful sister. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Cruz, the Dame. Hello, how are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Hello, ladies
I
and
like
gentlemen.
look at that. She said blessed and highly favored. She started off the show on the radio. You knew who to give credit to right from the very beginning. So welcome.
Yes, sir.
I'm so excited to have you on. So we'll talk about, because your new single is Sweet Thing, right? You're going to tell us about that in a minute. So you've been performing. I want you to tell your story. So I read where you have been singing since you were 4. But you were influenced by, I was thinking, okay, maybe she's been influenced like Mary J. You probably have, but when I read Etta James, Brenda Lee, Nancy Wilson, and Aretha, I'm like, girl, what you know about that? They say, what you know about that?
Well, my dad was born 1945, so
that explains
all we could listen to, well, he was also a preacher, so all we could listen to was gospel and doo-wop. And then slowly but surely, he started letting me do the Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. But all my big influences, like you said, are all those lovely women. Jackie Wilson, Elvis Presley, James Brown, who I also got to meet at one point in my life. It was an honor. I used to sing at his birthday party at Bash's when I was younger.
Really? Well, wait, don't bury,
sir.
as they say, I'm not a journalist, but you know what they say in news, don't bury the lead. So you sang... So you sang Happy Birthday to the Godfather.
The
Mr.
Godfather.
Please. So how old were you when you sang at his birthday?
Well, I originally met him on another stage accidentally. My mother, she tripped over his legs on the way taking me to the restroom. And we got to talking, and I got to go on stage to actually perform. And before I went out there, he told me, he said, you got a star in your eye, and I haven't seen it since Michael. And I got on that stage, I sung my song, and then he wanted to dance with me, and I was scared at first. I was like, I'm gonna do something with that, And I'll never forget, the first ride I ever had in a limo to even get into a limo was in James Brown limo. And then he invited me to sing Happy Birthday at his birthday bash.
So wait, when you went on stage, how old were you at the time?
I was 5 years old. 5 years old.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
5. Well, I see you've been performing since you were 4. So how much of that can you remember, and what do you remember most about that night when you went on stage?
The limo. The limo. I knew I wanted to have one of those. I was just so excited, like I got to see one in person and then go inside of it. And then it was like, oh, and it's James Brown's limo. Like, oh, it's all together.
So now when you sang at his birthday party, how old were you?
It was 6 years old.
Okay, all right. What was that like? Was it at his home, or was it out in Los Angeles, or was his home?
No, they had a big bash for him, and he invited us to come out. And I remember I was a big fashion diva even then, so I had this nice little gold dress on, and yes, I did my thing.
I see. And now, well, he was a prophet. He knew he saw something. He's greatness. They say game recognized game, great recognized great. So he saw something in you. So let's fast forward to Cruz the Dame. So how did you? Because in my lead-in, I read where you are like this beautiful, like hybrid gumbo kind of mix of old school sensuality, R&B, jazz, and pop. I don't eat gumbo, but that sounds like you got everything in there.
Oh, don't forget blues and country up in there
okay,
too now.
All right,
I'm a Southern girl.
No, they didn't put that one. They didn't put that in my lead-ins.
But no, our music is something old, is something new. We pay homage to those who have come before us, and we bring those sweet melodies and harmonies and lyrics from that 40s and 50s style, and we bring it with today's modern sounds of all culture. Not really. We are not in a box.
I like that. So your new single, Sweet Thing, is your new album, is it finished? Are you in the studio? Give us an update on all that.
Well, we're always in the studio. We write and do everything ourselves.
See, that's a real one right there. So you write, I was going to ask you that too. You are a writer, I would just guess. You just got that vibe like you write too. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are writers. It's authentically ours. But we are in the studio every day. We are working on our EP, our second EP, but we do have our first EP out, with our single Sweet Thing, and that is on Modern Sounds and Rhythm and Soul Music Volume 1. And that's on every streaming platform, anything you can download, anything you can get to with Cruz the Dame.
I love it. Cruz the Dame. So let's tell us about Sweet Thing. What was the inspiration? Did you kind of like revamp Shaka and then Mary did it, or did you just kind of do your own little thing and just use that title?
Well, I used the title, yes. It's a kind of old, we do a lot of like I said, dedications and paying homage to others before us. And that song title came up as I was writing the song, and I was like, this is like an ode to Shaka, Sweet Thing. Matter of fact, during our shows, we usually do Sweet Thing by Shaka Khan first, and then give them the new, because it is something old and something new. We do.
I like that. So how many songs do you have on your EP?
I believe it's 9.
9. Okay. Hell, that's a full album, girl. You got all.
Well, we have an intro and outerlude, for
I can see in the barbershop or hair salon, the hood. They're like, girl, that's the whole grown ass album right there.
We got more for you on the album.
I love it. So, who did you get to work with on this project, this EP, and Sweet Thing? Who did you work with on that? Did you write? Who produced it with you or for you?
Well, the executive producer is D-Mac Guidry, and the producer of the music is Rev Slim. Also, his name is Adrian Forrest, but he's also a Grammy winner, I believe it is. I forget, what is it? He won a Grammy this year. That's all I know.
Cool. Well, that's all you. Hey, listen, that's it.
That's all you need to know.
And the Meta's my dude. We actually just got a chance to talk on the phone maybe 20, 30 minutes before showtime, and I hadn't talked to him in a minute. I ain't gonna say how long it's been, because we was all young bucks out there on the West Coast when I used to do radio in LA way back in the 90s. We ain't gonna go no further than that. But see, hey, we like vintage wine. We don't wait.
Yes. I was just about to tell you, AJ, no number, baby.
Hey, listen, I'm receiving all of it. So, okay, wish list. If I was a genie, which is actually, well, people don't know, only my family know. That's like not a nickname, but like my mother, my two sisters, probably, and I got some first cousins. The only people on the planet call me Genie. That's you had to ask my mother why she came up, who's watching the show, who's impressed with you, because I have a live chat room open. But so if you could rub that genie bottle and had a wish, who would you work with as a producer? Who would you have produce your album? Who would you have do a duet with? Who would you do a duet with? And it could be living or among the ancestors.
Okay. Well, Prince to produce. Michael Jackson, definitely.
Well, give us who to produce. Who did you say to produce?
Prince.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He was. People sleep. Prince was. He was a hell of a producer. His debut album. He went to the record label. Everything. It's like you sang it. You played every instrument. You wrote it. You produced it.
That part.
Yep. All of it. So I'm getting all them checks. All of them. Right.
Yes. All of the checks in-house.
Yes. All of them.
Michael Jackson, definitely a duet. And what was the third one?
Well, no, it was
who to produce?
If you could, anybody in the world to produce your album, and then who would you do a duet with Mike? Okay, I like that.
Yes, Michael. Yes.
What about going on tour with him? That would be the third one.
Oh, I think I would love to go on. Yeah, not a thing. Aretha Franklin, hands down.
Oh, that would be. Who wouldn't? Just the queen.
Like, just to be on the same stage and just breathing that in. Aretha Franklin, hands down.
Yeah. Aretha was. Yeah, she was, and she was real good, because I know Jennifer Hudson talked about how Aretha really, was very positive in terms of encouragement, and really saw something in her, kind of like what James Brown saw in you, But the queen didn't mess around with her money. Them promoters is like, look, all cash. Wasn't no wire transfer.
All cash in advance.
Yep.
In advance before she walked on the stage.
Front. All cash. I ain't mad at you, queen. That's how you do it. All this Cash App and Zelle. No. You can Zelle your mama, but you gonna give me some cash before I go on stage.
Yes, sir.
So, now, when is your video for Sweet Thing? Is it out yet? Are you working on it?
Yes, and we also have a lyric video on YouTube. You can catch that, and you also can catch a nice part 1 of our mini documentary that we have going on.
Oh, you got a mini documentary?
Yes, nice behind the scenes and just good heritage footage and some fun. It is on our YouTube channel, and you can find that also, Cruz the Dame, CRUZTHEDAME.
All right, on YouTube, right? So when you get to watching the show live, go check out Cruz the Dame, the documentary. I love that.
Yes.
I'm in the process of working, putting together a documentary, and I know she knows about it because we've talked about it before. But my mom, who is my executive producer, and she's like the CEO of my publicity and PR. But she got an incredible story, and she's overcome like just insurmountable odds. Like if my mother was on camera with me, you would think she was my sister, and survived domestic violence, domestic and sexual violence. Overcame alcoholism, which really it was the domestic violence that triggered her drinking. And she told me the story one day about how she was in this abusive marriage when she was younger, and I stayed in Chicago with my grandparents. But she would say every day about 4:30, when this abuser would come home from work, she would, I guess one day there was some alcohol, some liquor around. She said she would take a drink. She said she had to do that because she knew when she heard that key in the lock that she was
Yeah.
literally going to have to fight, physically fight for her life every day. And when she told me that
Yeah.
story, it just, I broke down in tears. So, but
Yes.
she's overcome. Just over 40 surgeries, but I promise you, you would be like, no. But she's got an
God
incredible
is good.
story, and she's just her spirit. If you met her, and I know she's always pouring into people wisdom, and people are drawn to her because she's got a beautiful spirit, and she really wants to do anything she can to help share and uplift everybody, but especially women and black women and women of color, because like Malcolm X, the most unprotected, disrespected, and neglected person in America is a black woman. So she just wants to,
Hmm.
you know, pour into them. So she's got a compelling story. So,
Yes.
so I'm
Yes.
excited about putting it, helping her put it together. So,
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Can't
yeah.
wait to see it.
Yeah, and I'm excited about. I'm definitely going to check out your documentary. All right, so uh, have your team send me the video, the sweet thing, the MP4, because it will
Yes.
be in rotation on my TV show. Because I play videos on the show too, so it'll be in rotation. As soon as I get it, it'll be
Yes,
like
sir.
on. So it'll be on tomorrow. So y'all can tune in tomorrow's show and check out. Because I can't wait to see this video. Uh, Before you leave, I want you to first tell us when you're going on tour, and then let everybody know all your social media platforms. If you got merch gear, whatever you got going, if you got a restaurant open, this is the the Chamber of Commerce section where you can plug anything you got to go ahead and get your coin right. So,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Cruz the Dame, and I'm on social media platforms. I also have a website, cruzthedame.com. You can find me at Cruz the Dame on Instagram. Our single is Sweet Thing. Our album, Modern Sounds in Rhythm and Soul
I
Music,
like that.
Volume 1. Make sure you pre-sale our new single, Hold Out on Me. And yeah, just look me up, baby. I'm everywhere, honey. I'll be in all your cities near you. Just look at my schedule. Concerts are on my websites. We can keep you locked in on there. We'll also be in Clarksdale and Biloxi tomorrow,
Okay,
Mississippi.
Mississippi. Okay. All right. Well,
Yes, yes.
please, when you come to this area, the Carolinas around Charleston,
Yes,
please let us know ahead. As a matter of fact, you can come back on and plug all that. And
yes.
you're already doing your thing, but since Face, you're not touring, so you don't need me to be a manager. But hey, I, put this sister on what you do. You know what I'm saying? You know.
That part.
That would be
That
hot. That,
part.
that would definitely be hot. I love Babyface. I've been just that whole story was to me was crazy. Cause thing about Face is, and I mean I've been doing this for a minute. I lived out in L.A. So I know man a lot of folks like you have. And I don't know if you known or met Babyface, but in terms of being just chill and like no ego, not tripping, he is probably one of the chillest, coolest people that you would meet in the industry.
Wow, wow. God bless. God bless.
So, Cruz the Dame, thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for having me.
Well, you have a permanent home here on the Geno Jones Show. So, once again, go to your YouTube channel and download the single Sweet Thing and the EP album. Give them that location once again.
Modern Sounds in Rhythm and Soul Music, Volume 1.
All right.
Thank
I
you
swear
so
to
much.
God, I'm like, she favors Keisha Cole. Y'all could be like maybe second cousins at least. Have you got that before? Anybody tell you that?
Yes, I have gotten that
So
before.
I ain't okay. Then I knew I wasn't
No
crazy.
cuckoo.
Now I'm like,
You're not cuckoo.
right, yeah, yeah. But hey, like I said, she's a good looking sister. So you are. So that's hey, y'all all good. Cruz the Dame, thank you. God bless you. May God continue to bless and have favor on you, your family, your career, and all that. And have your team send me Sweet Thing so we can play it on the show tomorrow and put it in regular rotation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And have a blessed night.
You too. Thank you. So
Thank
much
you.
fun. Man, did you pick up the energy? Just the vibe or spirit was just really just. I like that. So I can't wait to see her perform live. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and you, and you, and you, and especially you. And God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern is my normal start time. Subscribe, share, screen grab, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. Shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram, on IG, Kel Be Cutting Up, KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones is the drip director, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check Allie Jones out on IG, her Instagram page. Fashion designer, fashion design major, senior, Columbia College Chicago. She's already launched her collection. She has the LX.NCL collection, women and men. She has a crochet line and a denim line, crocheted like swimsuits, two-piece swimsuits, crocheted handbags, crocheted leggings, crocheted tops, and she does denim. She has a denim line of a denim pants and like a denim jacket. She is brilliant. LX.NCL_. Check it out. Check her workout. Oh, by the way, she's modest, but I'll say it. She is a supermodel too, and really been a supermodel since she was like 14. Bruce Gage, also a wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check Bruce Gage out, the Mario Uomo collection and the Flyball collection. The drip is spectacular. You got to see it to believe it. Miglio di Mario Uomo, the Mario Uomo collection. MIGLIODIMARIOUOMO. MIGLIODIMARIOUOMO. Have a great evening or afternoon or morning, whenever you're watching the show. If you're watching me live, enjoy the rest of your afternoon, your evening. Maybe if you're over in Japan or somewhere, have a good morning. Over in Singapore or in Sydney, Australia, wherever you're watching. And the next live edition is going to be Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Until then, as always, be blessed. Pray for peace. Once again, I want to thank Cruz, the Dame. Her new single, Sweet Thing. Check the sister out on all the social media platforms. Download the music. We'll have her video, Sweet Thing. We'll debut it right here on the Geno Jones Show on Friday. I'll holler.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.